friends! Welcome to a new video. Excuse my bangs, they're actually out of control today. I don't know what's going on. So, I'm currently in exam season, and speaking of exams, I thought that I would make a video about my first year at university. I know a lot of people are either going into university next year, thinking about going to university in the next couple years, or they're currently in university. Thought I would make a video pretty much explaining my first year, things that I learned that I wish I had known before. Also some tips for anyone who is going into it or again looking into it. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is obviously choice of university. This is clearly something that people struggle with, especially in grade 12 when the pressure of applying is very much present. I remember in grade 12 when we got the first drop-in from our counselor in class. Oh guys, like don't forget you have to sign up for your Ontario University application. Just in general, like you had to think about applying, and there was the huge due date that kept being pushed onto us. I'm lucky, I have two older siblings and I was really able to learn a lot from them, whether it was what kind of university experience I wanted to have, also just making sure that I chose the right one for me, including program and everything. In grade 12, I had, and I still have, a huge passion for history, so I knew that I wanted to go to a school that had a good arts program. I started looking into universities. I ended up choosing 9 that I would apply to. Some of them were the ones that I truly saw myself at, others were good options. My main thing for application is just apply to places that you see yourself going to. Whether it is program-wise, location-wise, choose universities that you think that you could see yourself attending and living. Don't restrict yourself to your top 3 even. Have a top 3, of course. If you can, try and apply to more than 3. When I applied, I got into all the ones that I applied to. It was really easy to narrow it down to a certain point. I think once I got to 5, that's when I was really stuck. And I think I was narrowed down to Dalhousie, which is in Halifax, UBC, which is in Vancouver, Queen's, which is in Kingston, McGill, which is in Montreal. No, it was just 4. Those 4. I was really stuck with those 4. And it took me a while, honestly, to choose which one I wanted to go to. And I ended up choosing McGill, which is where I am now. And I have no regrets of the university I chose. What made me able to choose a school was that I went to info sessions. They made me realize that I wanted to go to McGill. Also, if you're able to, visit the campus. I had visited it because my sister also attended the school, so I was able to experience it. They always do a lot of campus tours in numerous universities and colleges, and I really recommend you going to some of them because it really does open your eyes. And if you can't go to it, most schools now have 360 or like virtual tours where you go to the, like you can like visit the campus through your computer, which is really cool. I did that for UBC because I wasn't able to go to Vancouver. Those are my pretty simple but important tips that I would use for looking into universities and applying. Now I'm going to talk about being in university. With my first year of university almost being over, really do think that I have grown as a person and as a student. I think the biggest thing that I would say is that don't let your marks or your GPA affect your view on yourself. First year is normally very much an adjustment period for most. Your grades might not always be as strong as you're used to. You're not alone in the situation. Even if none of your direct friends are experiencing this, just know that you're not the only one. There are definitely other people in first year or other years that are experiencing these super huge jumps from marks. Also, don't restrain yourself from making new friends. Whether you come to a university having already known people, or you make a certain group of friends during Frosh Week, or even just your first month at school, like don't be afraid to still branch out and make more friends, whether they be outside of residence, outside of your program. It's really important to be able to have people that are in different backgrounds and not just settle for one, because then you get stuck with those people, and if there's an issue within that friend group, you can't get out of it because you didn't make any more. So don't settle for just one group of friends, branch out, make a lot of new friends. Number 3, I guess, for counting this, inform yourself on your courses and your profs. I find that there are really good resources that I was able to use. I had some pretty hard courses. I'm in one right now. There's a brutal reality to enjoying a class but not doing well in it. I had to kind of live with that for a while and realize that this was, again, normal. And it made me also realize that it wasn't what I wanted to go into. Specifically, this was a political science class, and I've always been very, very interested in politics. I discuss them with my mom all the time. I genuinely like to read articles on Canadian politics, American politics, international politics, and I had always thought that I might want to major or minor in political sciences, but having taken a class, I was able to actually find out what it was like to study political sciences, and I didn't really enjoy it. It opened my eyes to the fact that, oh, this is not what I want to do. I was okay with that because luckily McGill has really good minor and major programs that I was able to choose from. Don't be afraid to try new things, and who knows, it might be something that you end up loving, or it's something that you realize, okay, no, I can't do this, but that's okay. What I'm trying to say is just don't close yourself in when it comes to university, whether it is friends, your program, your grades. Don't let yourself be beaten down by these things or stressed or anything. I personally wish I had known this, that a grade is not who I am. The main thing is to stay true to yourself. You will most likely encounter some difficulties, but you need to remember who you are, and you can't let influences outside determine who you are. So I hope this little video helped. I know it's super different, but I'm really trying to focus on my exams here and make sure that I end this year on a positive note. So I hope that this was a little bit helpful. I know a lot of the points kind of sound the same, just in different areas, but I really hope that you get the message that you are who you are. So you choose a university that fits who you are, fits your interests, and then once you're there, stay true to who you are. You will change as a person, but you will match up to that. It is overwhelming sometimes. The homework, the readings, the essays, the midterms, finals, all that stuff, it does become overbearing. But if you're able to push through these things without affecting your personality, your self-esteem, your health, then that's the biggest accomplishment that you're able to do. You'll feel way better afterwards, and then you can reward yourself for having done that. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this little video. Once I'm done exams, I will be able to do more fun videos. So I hope you all have a great week. If you're still in school, you can do it. I believe in you. And if you're done your first year like I am, or any year, congrats, you made it, we made it, and it's gonna be a good summer. I can feel it. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, friends!